We welcome you back to Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Game 2 of the World Lacrosse Super Sixes right here on Lax Sports Network. We continue part of 3 days worth of lacrosse with the host country and the reigning World Games champions, Canada, taking on the Haudenosaunee here in Game 2. We're at Civic Stadium Field here. Travis Eldridge back with you as we are set for the second game of 2 games here on Friday night. Canada beating England in the first game so far, a 10-6 win. And they will look to keep on rolling as they take on the Haudenosaunee, who are playing their first game of the Super Sixes, as we take a look at their roster to start things off. Goalie Paige Crandall in the cage here today. A bunch of current or former Division I players on this team, including Kennedy Cooper, who currently plays in Jacksonville, JD Burns, who, along with her sister Tristan, both playing at OCC, Onondaga Community College a year ago. We've got a Mirabella Lazor, who is entering her senior year at Dartmouth as well. So plenty of talent on this Haudenosaunee side, as well as a team that features some players that were part of the World Championships or World Game teams for the Haudenosaunee this past summer. For Canada, if you saw the first game, we saw their talented roster. Cameron Halsall leading the way in goal. She made 12 saves. In Canada, in the White Pennies, we'll start with possession here in the Super Sixes. Erica Evans and Milana Zizukovic playing pitch and catch. Bounce shot, and did that go? It did. An early goal for Canada. And they're on the board first. Took them a while to get on the board in that first game.
So they can't find Shays. No, but we picked them up.
Ball loose toward the top. Still loose. And it's picked up by Canada in the back. Nice poke check. It's grabbed by Fawn Porter. Fake, and a save by Halsall. Picking up where she left off in Game 1 against England. Had 12 saves in that one. Leading the way goal-wise was Erica Evans and Megan Kinna, each with 2 goals apiece for Canada in the 10-6 win. Coming across the top, another goal. That was a pretty shot by Sean Lee Wallace. Scored a goal against England. That's her second of the weekend. Ainsley Cook turned back. Good look there on the backside. Couldn't get through to Burns, and it's out of bounds on the sideline. You're new to sixes, 8-minute running time quarters, 30-second shot clock. It is a fast game, as you can tell. After goals, we do not go back to the center to draw. It's more like basketball. Goalie takes it out and restarts play. Driving downhill, that one just looked like that one was just wide. Zoe Kruger with a good look. Current Stony Brook Seawolf. Avery Doran, hands off. Callison Foreman. Doran spinning into some trouble. A lot of white jerseys in the middle there, and the Canadians come away with it. Canada in the World Games beat the Haudenosaunee in group play 19-7. Those World Games taking place this summer. First time that sixes has been used in the World Games format for the sport of lacrosse. Great shot. That was Wallace again. A laser. Sean Lee Wallace with a pair, and Canada leads 3-0.
Way to go, girl! So she would have 13. She's almost 23. It's been
all sorts of trouble here for the Haudenosaunee. Lazor watches that go over the midline. How about Wallace pushing it forward? Has to keep it in on the far side. Instead, ends up in the stick of the Haudenosaunee. Turned over at midfield. Here comes Canada. Fake. About a stop by Crandall. It's a good look for Chevrolet, but you couldn't beat Crandall. Goalie who played in both the World Championships and the World Games for the Haudenosaunee. Entering her senior season at Lemoyne is Paige Crandall, the goalie. Couldn't stop that one, though. On the run, pretty shot. That's the first goal for Zoe Kruger here in this game. First goal of the night for Kruger here in 2 games. 4-0 Canada. They've already scored as many goals here in the first 4+ minutes as they did in the entire first half against England. You can tell, playing a game already, certainly warming up the legs here for the Canadians. Cool night here in Oshawa. Nice save by Crandall. Temperatures hitting the lower 40s here in a cool afternoon and evening. Just after 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bounce shot, Halsell again. She has been so good all night long. Make Joe Spallina smile. Her head coach at Stony Brook. Another save by Halsell. Already 4 saves. However, we got a push call against Canada that will give it to the Haudenosaunee to keep it here midway through the first quarter. Resets the shot clock to 30. Lazor gives it up. Great pass, but Halsell a better save. That's going to stay here with the Haudenosaunee. Yeah, it is, because I think that hit the goalie. If it hits the goalie and goes out of bounds, that's when it should be off of Canada, and that is exactly what the officials are going to get together and say. So they reset the shot clock, and this ball goes back to the ladies in purple. Unlike in the field game, where if you miss a shot, you can back it up, and it's the team that's closest to the ball when it goes out. This is more like basketball, where if the ball goes out, it's who did it touch last? It's the other team's ball. Canada, doesn't matter. They take it back here anyway. And for a backhand shovel shot, instead, a great pass across. And Canada has a 5-0 lead. That was just a gorgeous feed. Matsuoka with her first in this game.
Canada's 5th goal scores on number 33, Alex.
Matsuoka also scored against England. Played last year as a freshman in England, or a freshman at Oregon, excuse me. As we've got a timeout called here on the field. 5-0 start with just over 90 seconds to go in this first quarter. Sean Williams will get the team together. Talking about it in the first game. Williams serving as the head coach here for Canada for the Super Sixes event, before he gets ready to be the head coach for the Las Vegas Desert Dogs, a new National Lacrosse League team that'll be playing their first season this year. Get ready for training camp later this month. First ballot NLL Hall of Famer this past year for Sean Williams, a guy who is a legendary member of Team Canada. Played for a number of different NLL teams as well throughout his career. Terrific player, and now helping lead the Canadian women's program here in sixes for this weekend. Off to a good start. All right, already 1-0. They will play 2 more games tomorrow. Top 2 teams of this 3-team round robin, each team playing each other twice, will end up in the gold medal game you can see noon Eastern time here on Sunday on LSN. Comes all the way through to Crandall, but we have a whistle
And Grayson said he needed to.
And we will have our first woman up situation for the Canadians tonight. So 5-on-4 offensively here for Canada as the Haudenosaunee are a player down. Looking for a space, and it's Kruger with her second. 6-0 start here for Canada. And we've got a whistle, and it's turned right back over. All penalties, by the way, non-releasable in sixes. So this woman up situation continues for Canada. A chance to score again, as now we're back to even strength.
Because they were, from what I understood, they were going down because it was their anniversary. But then it turned out that our friends Scott and Deb were going down too, like our mutual friends. But they,
Coming across the top of the box, shooting just wide there is Wallace. She's had a good first half, couldn't get that one on frame. Tamia Bomberry brings it across midfield. Haudenosaunee looking for their first goal here of the tournament. Always tough when you're the team of the three that did not play in the first game. Just trying to kind of get their feet wet, and it was a tough first quarter, as that brings us to the end of the opening 8 minutes. Canada off and running, picking up where they left off against England in the second half. They lead 6-0 after one here, the World Lacrosse Super Sixes on LSN. Haudenosaunee looking for an answer here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Travis Eldridge back with you. World Lacrosse Super Sixes event from Oshawa, Ontario. The first Super Sixes event hosted by Canada Lacrosse. And the hosts have been off to a good start. 6-0 lead as we start this second quarter after they won 10-6 in the opener against England. But something to consider with the Haudenosaunee slow start. Both England and Canada got off to a slow start in that first half, the first game here tonight. So Canada having the advantage of having played already. Haudenosaunee trying to kind of feel things out a little bit, get back into the swing of things with sixes. It's obviously different than the field game. Faster. And so the Haudenosaunee will start with possession here in the second. Great defensive play. Quickly, Canada picks it up. By the way, Canada's a player down at the moment. And penalty called right at the end of the first quarter. And so they're going to try to waste a little bit of time off of that penalty. Just holding on to it. Megan Kinna, she had a great game one. A couple of goals. One of two multi-goal scorers for Canada against England. Haudenosaunee get it back, still a woman up. 5-on-4 offensively. Bomberry. Over to Doran, back to Bomberry. Porter looking for some space. Trying to run a little pick play in the middle. Ball's loose. Ends up in the Haudenosaunee stick. Good luck. Better save. Halsall again. That was point blank for Lazur, and Halsall just too good. Up ahead. Breakaway for Canada. Saved by Crandall. She stops Evans on the doorstep. Now the goalies starting to steal the show. Allie Trice draws a whistle. And actually, we're going back the other way. Back-to-back terrific saves. You had first Halsall for Canada, and then Crandall stopping the breakaway. Walking in and scoring on that near side was Williams, her second. She scored the first goal. Didn't see her on that far side in the first quarter. Now she makes it 7-0 Canada. Trice looking inside. All sorts of traffic in there. Gets it back. Great look and a finish by Bean Minard. Played at SUNY Brockport B, number 6 for the Haudenosaunee. Also playing in both the World Championships and the World Games, and she finally gets him on the board. Look inside. Wallace having herself a first half, a hat trick for Shawnlee Wallace. Little physicality. Ball is loose, and that will draw the whistle. They were waiting for the delayed penalty. And it will be a, looks like a woman up for Haudenosaunee. It is. Tamia Bomberry to trigger it in. Bomberry, Doran, and Porter up at the top of this set. Great anticipation there by Canada. Breakaway opportunity. End to end, and this time they finish. Crandall couldn't stop that one. Annabelle Child, current Harvard player, going end to end. She caused the turnover and then cashes it in. At 5 points, Annabelle Child last year as a freshman at Harvard. A midfielder in the field game, and you can see the end-to-end speed there on display. Eight-goal advantage. Megan Kinna looking for her first. She goes behind the back. Fancy stuff for the former Northwestern Wildcat. Third goal of the night, first of this game. Trice's pass intercepted. Canada has numbers, they hurry. Deflected on its way in. Evans' shot will stay here with Canada. They'll say Haudenosaunee got the last piece of it. Wallace already with 3 goals. She's on the near side here for Canada. At the top is Chevery. Chevery looking for the split dodge. Gives it up. Backhand shot wide. Shot clock was down to 4, so they had to put something on frame and just couldn't get it in. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Canada leads 10-1. Paisley Cook has that shot sail on her. And I think we got another penalty coming. We do. And it will be another woman up situation for the Haudenosaunee. Tamia Bomberry again triggers it in. Doran feeds. Just got past Child that time. Child like a quarterback. Really trying to jump those passing lanes. Ball is loose. Haudenosaunee keeps it. Bomberry floats it across. Had to get a shot off, and they do. Just beating the buzzer. Fawn Porter, her first. Just as the shot clock was winding down, it just has to be out of the player's stick. Doesn't have to cross the goal line. It's got to be out of the stick before the shot clock goes off, and that was indeed the case for Fawn Porter. Another player who played in both the World Championships and World Games for the Haudenosaunee this summer. Canada turns it over on the near side. Doran jukes, Couldn't get it by Halsell. Got by all the defenders. Now we got another penalty on Canada. So another woman up situation for the Haudenosaunee. Another good opportunity late in this first half. Saw him just cash in on one. Laura Wardenberg, number 11 in purple, has it. Kennedy Cooper in there at the top. This is Tristan Burns. Good movement. Ends up coming all the way through. Bounce shot by Trice is wide, and Canada will get possession. Trying to split the defense there. Ends up with the Haudenosaunee. Good defense by Tiana Bomberry. But she was the last to touch it on that far sideline, out of bounds to Canada. 26 seconds left. Canada calls timeout. They want to talk things over here, and a lead. And they're going to likely hold for one possession. I believe the shot clock and game clock should be pretty close together where they can pretty much hold for one good look. 10 goals in this first half already, matches the number they scored against England. It's Canadian women's program with 3 straight silver medals in the field game. Runners up to the United States in 2013, 2017, and then again this year in 2022. But they had a heck of a first game, an opener against the United States this time around in Towson, Maryland. How entertaining was that? Dana Doby scoring maybe one of the goals of the last 10 years in lacrosse. But unable to beat the U.S. there, and then coming up just short in the gold medal game. But they got their redemption in the World Games, winning gold in this sixes format. Now hosting a World Lacrosse Super Sixes event for the first time. Evans defended, and it ends up in Crandall's stick, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul. They're sending Tiana Bomberry to the box. So woman up with 4 seconds left for Canada. See what they decide to do here. And Evans is just going to hold on to it. And that woman up situation will continue on here into the second half for Canada. So a good opening 16 minutes for the Canadians after they won their first game here on Friday night. Haudenosaunee getting a couple back there in the second, but they still trail Canada at the half. We'll be back with third quarter action in a bit. You're watching World Lacrosse Super Sixes on LSN. We welcome you back. 10-1 your scores. We start the second half here of the World Lacrosse Super Sixes event from Oshawa, Ontario on LSN. Travis Eldridge back with you. Some confusion there, but one of the first goal that we had for the Haudenosaunee was actually wiped off by the officials. So the only goal for the Haudenosaunee so far in that first half, Fawn Porter's goal, as Canada starts with it. A woman up, continuing from that first half. Great look. Pretty feed, and Milana Zizakovic finishes. Native of Calgary, Alberta, just finished up her freshman season at Towson, entering her sophomore year. She was terrific, Zizakovic, at Towson as a freshman, as continuing to be terrific in goal is Cameron Halsell. Zizakovic with 21 goals was a second-team All-CAA performer as a freshman. Continue to keep an eye on her for the Tigers for years to come. That save by Halsell, by the way, her 7th of the game. And they get another goal. This time it's Skylar MacArthur. MacArthur scoring a goal in the first game. That's her 2nd of the night. Last year, her senior year at Canisius, scored 50 goals for the Golden Griffs. Strong defense here on Tiana Bomberry. MacArthur applying the pressure. Trice races in, gets by Housel, but it's wide. That, though, was last touch by Canada. Haudenosaunee keep. Kennedy Cooper triggers it back in. Ball finds the stick of Porter. Gets all the way through. Cooper trying to keep it alive. She does. Shot clock still at 16, so plenty of time. Lazor, got to get rid of it. Good give and go. Porter has it again. Cooper couldn't get the shot off in time. Shot clock violation. You can see the urgency to get it over midfield. A lot of that has to do with wanting to maximize the 30 seconds of a shot clock. When it takes you 7-8 seconds to get it across midfield, 30 seconds rush feels maybe a little bit rushed. When you're set up in the first 2 or 3 seconds of that shot clock, feels like you got a little bit more time. That bouncer easily stopped by Crandall. 4 first half saves for Page. Haudenosaunee in transition. Ball is loose. Scooped up. Another save by Halsall, and then the shot is high. Oh, man. Halsall doing everything to keep the ball out. She has been the difference maker in both games so far, certainly in the first game against England. 12 saves, up to 8 now in this second game. Chevry, fake flip, keeps it, and shoots a laser wide. Lazor across midfield. Nice catch. Shot wide from Foreman. Division II player at Embry-Riddle. Last year as a freshman, scored 12 goals, 18 points. Third quarter action, second game of a weekend full of them between Canada and the Haudenosaunee. These two teams will play again tomorrow as these round robin of these two teams plus England. Every team playing each other twice. Top 2 teams at the end of that round robin will play for the gold medal here in the Super Sixes event. At gold medal game, noon Eastern time, Sunday, here on Lax Sports Network. Trice picks it up. Trying to get some kind of set going here for the Haudenosaunee. Floating pass, finds its recipient, and cashing in is Minard. That one will count. She had the goal wiped off in the first half. That one is good. Second goal of the game for the Haudenosaunee.
Haudenausaunee second goal scored by number 6, B. Minard.
Couple of fakes and a score for MacArthur. Her second. So Kruger, Williams, MacArthur, and Wallace, all with multi-goal efforts for Canada so far as they lead 13-2.
And Andrew Papp with the 13th goal scored by number 8.
Wardenberg turned back. Annabelle Child really pressuring. Cooper draws the defense, and shot clock was winding down. Nothing she could do. Strong defense again. You see the Canadian strategy. It's been a bit of a matchup zone. They're not afraid to throw that double team at whoever's trying to drive in. And they collapse on anybody in the middle in front of the cage, and it's been difficult for both England and now the Haudenosaunee to get some offense going. Pass intercepted. breakaway opportunity here for Canada. And cashing in are the Canadians again. Erica Evans breakaway. First goal of this game. She was the player of the game for Canada in the first one. Megan Kinna comes away with the breakaway. Kinna turns back the center. Great feed. Zizakovic with her second. Nearing a minute to go in this third quarter. Canada really putting the pressure on defensively, turning defense into offense. Nice move by Porter. Better save by Alsol again. She outlets quickly. Here comes Child. Spins. Scores. Annabelle Child has a pair. Ball loose. And scooped up. Another breakaway opportunity here for Canada if they can pick up the ball. Got to keep it in first. Nice job by Chevry. Conley Wallace settles it down. Now Evans. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. Chevry stopped by Crandall. Lottie Gill has taken away, but that is the end of this third quarter. What a quarter it was for Canada. Extending the lead even more. They lead 16-2. Fourth quarter coming your way next from Oshawa, Ontario. Start of the fourth quarter here from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Travis Eldridge back with you. Canada looking to seal off back-to-back wins here in the first day of this World Lacrosse Super Sixes event. The first one that the Canadians have hosted here at Civic Stadium Field. Had to really battle out a 10-6 win against England in the opener. A little bit easier so far here in the second game of the evening. Remember, we continue the Super Sixes action tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The Haudenosaunee back in action. They'll take on England for the first time. Canada plays at noon Eastern tomorrow against Canada. Second time around for that matchup. And then these two teams back in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All games you can see right here on Lax Sports Network. Your home for this entire World Lacrosse Super Sixes event. Haudenosaunee start with it to start the fourth quarter. Porter thought she might backhand shovel that. Instead, it's turned over. Here comes Canada again. Child away from the pack. Breakaway, and she cashes in. Annabelle Child has a hat trick. Tell you what, that'll make the Harvard coaching staff happy. See that kind of action. Defense into offense. It's a midfielder in the field game. That translates big time. Looking for some space. This Canadian defense has really ratcheted up the pressure against the Haudenosaunee. They were good, but Halsall was probably the story of that first game against England. The defense as a unit, I would say, is probably better here in the second game of the night. Also now into double-digit saves for the second straight game. Evans. Flip to Kinna. Long-range shot, and it finds the back of the net. Kinna with her second of the second game. Kinna with two goals in both games so far. Loose ball, kept on this side of midfield. Still loose. Williams able to pick it up. MacArthur, she's had a nice game. Couple of goals for Skylar. Great feed in Matsuoka. The quick stick. No, they wave it off. She was in the crease. That was almost a beautiful quick stick finish by Alex Matsuoka.
It wasn't, but they were in the crease, yeah.
So stays at 18 goals for Canada. Lazur, fake, kick out back of the top. Halsall again. She is just unbelievable tonight. And Matsuoka picks it up. Quickly ahead, 2-on-1 for Canada. Little give and go, and Wallace finishes. She's got 4 in this one.
Nice ball, Sharon White.
Shawnlee Wallace scored once against England. She's got 4 here against the Haudenosaunee. And a penalty on the Haudenosaunee means woman up for Canada. 5-on-4 offensive set. Great ball movement here for Canada, but a better save by Crandall. Loose in front.
Is it your right? I don't know. I was going to say from driving.
Wallace able to beat Johnny on the spot. She scoops it up. Keeps possession for Canada. That shot clock reset, so a fresh 30 seconds for the Canadians. They'll take their time. Williams back out to the top. Evans streaking through, and the bounce shot finds the back of the net. She has a pair in this one. Only 2 players on the roster other than the goalie Halsall have not scored for Canada in this game. That is how well it's been spread around. And that, I mean, you watch sixes, that really is when it's all clicking. Goes right back to Canada. Still woman up. Wallace down on the doorstep, ducking under, trying to squeeze it in there was Williams, just missed. And it's out of bounds to the Haudenosaunee. Doran feeds, tough pass. It's intercepted by Canada. They've got numbers. Wallace alone. She goes top corner. She's got 5. Leading everybody in this one. Canada looking really sharp in this second game. Taking advantage of what you can do in sixes, the defense and offense. Evans, another interception. Let's see the speed. Erica Evans has it poked away. Turns back, she'll slow it down, let the offense come back with her. Haudenosaunee did well to get back there defensively. Matsuoka, full head of steam. Bouncer finds the top corner. Really nice use of the turf there. Her second goal. A little over 2 minutes to go in this one. Canada's hit 22. This has really been an impressive performance by the Canadians. Something they will certainly look to build on. How about that shot? Tristan Burns with her first. Burns last year leading the way for Onondaga Community College, named the NJCAA Region 3 Player of the Year. 49 points in 9 games for Burns. She's got herself a goal here tonight. Great move by Wallace. Silky smooth. She's got a 6-pack. Played last year at Oregon, scored 40 goals, was part of the Pac-12 All-Tournament team. This year she's at UAlbany, and that's going to make the Great Danes coaching staff fired up. As another save by Halsall. Had a chance for a 2-on-1. Instead, Haudenosaunee get back. Doran scoops it up. About a minute to play. There's one. Didn't see if Tamia Bomberry maybe got a stick on that in front. Be good for her first goal of the night. We're under a minute to go. Great feed. Crandall a save. Doran gives it up. Cook grabs it. Doran looking for something down low. She's got her player, but shot bounces wide. $10 seconds to play, and Canada can just run this out. Impressive performance. They will start this World Lacrosse Super Sixes 2-0. And they do so in emphatic fashion, 23-4 your final. Multi-goal scorers all around, led by Sean Lee Wallace, the native of British Columbia. Current member of the UAlbany Great Danes, leading the way with 6 goals in the win. And how about Cameron Halsall, double-digit saves for the 2nd straight game tonight. 2 of them helping lead the way in an all-around effort for Canada as they go 2-0 here on day 1 of the World Lacrosse Super Sixes event in Oshawa, Ontario. Reminder, we will be back once again tomorrow. We start 10 a.m. Eastern Time. England and the Haudenosaunee will kick things off. England and Canada then at noon Eastern Time, and at 2 o'clock, Canada and the Haudenosaunee, these 2 teams will be back in action tomorrow. So we hope you will join us then, but for now we say so long from Canada. For our entire crew, I'm Travis Eldridge. Thanks for watching.